After coming home from prison, I met plenty of people, especially throughout the church house as a servant in the communities of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Yeah, drug and alcohol counseling, mental health, and things of that nature. And hey, God had established me pretty good in that area. I didn't work for money. Mine was volunteerism. I love to serve people. I love to talk, especially when they listen. But throughout that time, I met these three young ladies, and all three of them, they had some kind of respect for me. And I'm going to tell you, all three of them, when I cried and started looking for a wife, when I started looking for a wife, I told each one of those women that I was looking for a wife. They started looking for me a wife. One of them eventually, wanted to slay me. The other one thought that maybe I was looking for some kind of light-skinned person. Yeah, well, I don't know. Or they began to look for me, a wife that would fit me. But early on, there was one, just like 2002, I'm 2 years out, that told me about my wife, the one that I married, Tamika, in 2002. I didn't marry Tamika till 16. So she told me about Tamika back then, because people, or, some young men, they was saying the same thing. You should have a good wife. So, but I wanted to tell you about that those three women, afterwards, they probably thought, I've heard, they expressed that they should have been seeking me for themselves. But that's the after coming home and doing what God would ask me to do. And that is respect women. Now you breathe that in, because we're going to go back. All those things, the before. There goes some of my confession. Yes, indeed. So now, back then when I was carrying that guitar and after my daddy killed my brother, yeah, I didn't even know what grieving was. I just started growing dreadlocks, turned off the lights, and didn't want to be bothered by no one outside of my educational environment. I was going to school for. Stay in school. I'm still taking courses right now in school. But nevertheless, I had a lot of women that were supporting me back then. I mean, we kind of back old school. It's like 80s, early 80s, right? We even had a little fan club. So you know what went on with that? Yeah, a whole lot of women that was very supportive. I remember one day someone called here, and I don't have many people and me and my wife's business calling here, but she have a lot of friends and associates, but one of them was curious. Nice lady, but she just caught me at the wrong time, and but I owe her no apology. She says she listens in. Here's the explanation. Yeah, women. Always had respect for them. My older sister taught me very well. But nevertheless, all those women dealing with, when you get into the book, there's names. I ain't got no numbers and all that stuff, but I'm just saying, yeah, all that stuff would be inside of there. That's all those things. But I want to get to this point. When you go to prison, all you young people that decide you want to do those things that may lead you there, people will forget about you. I mean, forget about. Stand there too long and see who's going to be there when you get back. Man, I didn't get a biscuit. I didn't get a homemade meal. Welcome home. Where'd that come from? Who wrote that in the book? I don't know what that means. No, I'm just saying. So now, they forget about you, your family, your friends, all those women that were so very supportive. Almost hey, listen, they were serving like that because they believed in a musician like that. Well, I believe in a man. That's what I was then, more like a dog. I wasn't all that doggish. I just had a lot of women around. So now, when it came down to coming home, where they at? Yeah, it was some around barking, wanting that fresh stuff like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.